What's up, everyone? Tyler Brown with FutureDDS.
And Terrell Friday here with FutureDDS.
And today we're bringing you another installment of our application series. Today we're focusing on letters of recommendations. Let's go.
So if this is your first time to our channel, essentially Tyler and myself, we put out these videos to help the pre-dents get into school as well as show our experience going through dental school. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we put up a new video.
So it's time for you to get those letters of recommendations. Now this part of the application can really either make or break you, because in the grand scheme you hope that the person who's writing your letter of recommendations is saying positive things about you. But at the end of the day, you don't really know. So then that poses the question, who should I even ask?
Well, it really all depends. Depending on what school you're coming from or what school you're applying to, you might either have committee letter that you have to get, which is going to be a collection of, I guess like 4 people that are sitting on faculty at your school. They sit down, they put together one letter that they send out to the schools on your behalf. Or you can go the other route where you have to get 4 individual letters of recommendation. Most schools require 4, some require 3, but get 4 just to be on the safe side.
So when it does come to the option of getting 4 people to write your letter of recommendations, people or students are usually kind of confused about, who should I get to write these letters? Should I get my science teachers? Should I get my math teachers? Should I get my English teachers? Well, what we suggest is to actually go to the top school of your choice and look at their guidelines. If they say that you should get 2 science teachers, a community service person or somebody who oversaw your community service, and a dentist, that's what you should do. And that's what I did. What'd you do, Tori?
Yeah, well, pretty much, most schools that I wanted to apply to, they didn't really have committee letters. So I did the 2 science teachers, I did a dentist that I shadowed, as well as another, I guess you can call it a community service leader or mentor, to write my last personal statement or letter of recommendation. But yeah.
But like we said, these things can change. What your top school might ask that you have 3 science teachers and 1 dentist and exclude the community service person. So you just really never know. So do your due diligence and make sure that you're on point to get into the school that you really, really want to get into.
One word of advice that I would give to anyone looking to, ask for letters of recommendation coming up soon is definitely be strategic with who you ask and how you go about asking them. So, if you want to get a teacher, say 3 science professors, make sure you're going to all of your science classes. Make sure that you're participating. Make sure you might, go to an office hour and just ask something, nothing superficial, but definitely, take some type of interest in that person and let them know who you are. The more they know you, the better, I guess, the recommendation will be on the back end. So, make sure if you want a community service person, make sure you're going to community service. Make sure if you want, a shadowing dentist, you've been consistently shadowing. You didn't just go pop up to the office one day and now you're coming back months later looking for a letter of recommendation. Just be strategic. You don't want to show up to them, coming to them for help.
What I'm trying to say is, we need your help!
And they'd be in a position where they can actually say no, or they're not necessarily feeling as forthright about wanting to write a letter of recommendation for you, just because they simply don't know you as well as the other 5 people that could have been shadowing or doing community service.
Exactly. And make sure that when you do ask these professors or these dentists or these community service leaders for this letter of recommendation, you give them at least a month and a half a leeway to write it, because you don't want somebody to feel bad and they see that they only have 2 weeks left, so they write a quick, unthorough letter, and when they could have taken their time and really explained who they feel like you were as a person and made your letter of recommendation that much better. So definitely give them some leeway. Tell them that they'll be receiving an email, so it'll be very easy for them just to hop on there and hit submit, and once they do to get that email, you will actually be able to see in your portal that, okay, the application or the email submission was sent, it was submitted, you're good, so that's kind of on your end, making you a little bit more comfortable, so you don't have to necessarily always be nagging them. And that's another major thing. You never want to nag these people to complete your recommendations, but at the same time, give them a soft reminder, halfway through. If you told them a month and a half ago, tell them 4 weeks later, just like, hey, just wanted to make sure everything was going okay. I see you haven't submitted, just want to make sure everything's fine. Do you need anything from me? Anything like that. Just to make the process easier for them, because these people are very busy, If you're a dentist, you're very busy. If you're a professor, you're very busy. If you run a community service situation, whatever it may be, you're very busy.
Got a lot on your plate.
Exactly. So you don't, you always want to give them the benefit of the doubt because they might have just gotten mixed up or caught up in their own things, and you just do want to give them a slight soft reminder.
Just to follow up on that, you want to definitely, you know, be cordial about how you're going about it. Be patient and extremely, I guess you could say modest about going about asking for these letters of recommendation and being, you know, a little bit pushy because this is your dream, this is your goal. So don't feel afraid of getting in contact with them, like Tyler said, but go about it and give them specific dates that you need stuff by, and that'll kind of help push them along the way without necessarily, you know, putting a flame under them personally. So
be professional.
Yeah, extremely professional. Also, one thing that you want to do is once you lock down these letters of recommendation, make sure you go back and send out thank you notes or something along that line, just so you can let them know, of course, I appreciate all the time that you took out. You didn't have to do this, but I appreciate it, and this is my token of gratitude towards you for taking that time out and helping me along, you know, my journey towards my dream.
Exactly. Alright y'all, so that'll wrap it up for this video. If you have any more questions, make sure to comment below. We'll make sure that we can get to them as soon as possible. Also, if you have any other questions about the application in general, go and check out our other videos of this application series. You know, we made them for you all to use. So we put a lot of good information in there, so they should be able to help you out. If you watch the videos and you still can't find your answer, go ahead and hit the link in the description box. We actually put the AADSAS application instructions in the link to that in the description box, so that you can go ahead and click that and see that PDF, and you can hit the Control F, Control Find, type in your question or whatever the keyword of your question and find your answer to that. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also hit that like button on this video. Also, go ahead over to Instagram and follow us on _FutureDDS. If you have any more personal questions, we'll definitely make sure to answer them there.
That's it.
See y'all next video.